Previously on Harrow.
It's a serial number. We can look this up and find out exactly who this guy is.
I'm gonna find this orthopedic surgeon before you do.
Why do you get like this? Why do you freak out?
Stephanie Quinn, 14 days to pay.
This is not my debt.
What would you do to protect your child?
I thought you were smart and you knew things.
The police are coming. I know what they're looking for.
I'll make back the money.
Gotta go see Billy. You're gonna spot me $1,000 worth of hair. I'm gonna sell it. And then we don't need to speak again.
Hey, Devil Girl. I heard you're helpful.
I'm very helpful.
You have 5 new messages. Received at 1:05 a.m.
Cynthia, why don't you answer the fucking phone?
Hell must be nice.
Hell is empty and all the devils are here.
I keep trying to call you. Where the hell are you? Call me.
Received at 12:47.
It's about time.
Sorry, I got your messages. I've just finished up. I've got to drop something off, and then I'll come see you, okay?
All right, hurry.
Fuck.
Sit!
Grace Mulgrove. She's a political law student.
Okay, Grace. Let's see if we can find what you took.
Anything?
Nothing much, but we'll take it to the hospital. I'll need a lift.
Maybe she didn't die.
She fell 8 stories.
Can you tell me what's happening?
I don't know what's happening. This just says there's people in hospital with suspected drug overdoses.
Fuck.
Dan?
Pete, nothing useful in that stomach content?
I'm afraid not. Thanks for trying, though.
Tossards?
It's in and out. It's not getting any better. Cardiologist is on her way, but...
Do you think she's suffering from long QT syndrome? Could be the cause of her rapid heartbeats, but...
Long QT is pretty rare.
Yeah, and there are like 12 different types.
13. But it's worth a look.
Harrow.
Nichols, since when did you and Pavage start hooking up?
None of your bloody business. Come here.
drug squad's been looking into the social media uploads from that party, trying to work out who might have taken those pills or who sold them. There's a photo taken outside that you need to see. Is that your car?
Same model. Can't see the plates. You know, I wasn't at that party.
I know your daughter has a tendency to borrow stuff. And I also know that she was admitted to hospital not that long ago for an overdose.
It's not Fern's kind of scene.
Yeah, I know. But if she was at that party, with all that bad gear floating around, I'm just saying look in on them, okay? Oh, and if you do speak to her, ask if she saw who was selling. Because once we find out who it is, we're going to charge that prick with murder.
Are you all right?
Mum said she wouldn't give you my number.
You were at that party, weren't you?
Yeah?
Oh, Fern.
How do you know?
The police have a photo of my car at the front of the party. You didn't take what was going around, did you?
No.
Are you sure you're all right?
She's in your morgue, isn't she?
Do you see what happened?
What are people saying?
There are some people in intensive care, and there's a girl who, I don't know, she might die because they just don't know what she took. Can I please see you, make sure you're okay?
Okay.
I told you this was a bad idea.
We gotta go see Billy.
You're kidding, right? And say what?
The pills he gave for killing people, he needs to hand them in.
Hand yours in.
I would, but I just flushed him.
We can't just go see Billy and accuse him like that. Just promise me you won't go, please. He's dangerous.
Hello?
Hi, it's Jesse. From school?
I know who you are, Jessie from school.
Good. I just wanted to see if you would like that lift this morning to said school.
Well, normally, but I just got my car back from... Oh, shit.
Steph?
Can I call you back?
Proceeding to right leg. Examination reveals fresh contusion on anterior of right knee, approximately 3 centimetres by 2 centimetres.
What you're doing?
What do you... Please, leave.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'm trying to work here. Just pause, will you? Pause. You just get him out of here, will you?
Is your morning lacking sufficient chaos? Another overdose from the party?
No. Her name is Santia Kudus, a legal secretary. Her body was found in a pond in the city parklands. Someone hit her on the head with a rock and then drowned her.
Sexual assault? Robbery?
Neither. What?
Well, she didn't drown. Her throat's too swollen.
Hang on. Soil. Someone choked her to death with garden soil.
Billy! Billy! Billy?
Billy! Billy! Shit, Billy! Billy! Ambulance, drug overdose, 142 Penrose Street, Auckland. Billy? It's open!
Ambulance! Hello?
Sergeant Dass, you authorised that street autopsy.
Is that what Harrow said?
No. He said he thought you'd say no, so he went right ahead and did it. But I know you. I know you miss Melbourne CIB. I know you miss being a detective, but your scenes of crime now.
Yes, sir.
And make a point of apologising to Maxine Pavage.
Sure.
Interfering with a corpse. That's the charge the lawyer engaged by the girl's mother is throwing around.
Oh, this coffee is dreadful. When were you in Geneva?
None of your business. Deputy Coroner's not impressed. If the stomach contents had produced something, it might have made your cavalier sidewalk surgery easier to spin, but it didn't.
Cavalier. So when can I finish a post-mortem?
DC wants an explanation as to why you didn't wait for his return call.
And tell him that the parietal cells undergo lyses, releasing excess hydrochloric acid that quickly destroys gastric mucosa, and the dissociating admixture can leak into the stomach cavity.
Daniel?
Meaning that if there was any remnants of a pill, I needed to find it fast.
Daniel!
So with the girl still dying in hospital, I thought it was worth cutting open a dead one to try and save her.
Daniel, I understand. I do. And for what it's worth, I think you did the right thing.
So let me finish Grace Mulgrew's post-mortem.
No. No one's going near her body, not right now.
Why not?
Because her parents are coming in later to formally identify her, and depending on their reaction, we will decide whether it's you or Fairley who completes the PM you started on the street. What are the Riverbones still doing here?
Well, it's an open case.
Well, can't they go in the Bone Archive room?
Oh, it's full.
What about cold storage?
No, that's full too.
What do you suggest?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's not like we can exactly cremate them.
Why not? You got the DNA samples?
Yeah.
You scanned them?
Yeah, but...
You retrieved some orthoplate?
Oh, been no luck with that either.
Is there anything else you need from them?
I mean...
Good. I'll put in a request to have them destroyed. Have Simon get rid of them.
Grace Mulgrew, the girl who fell from the building.
Daniel, you can't be here.
Hey.
Hi. She arrived?
Yeah, but I'm not allowed anywhere near her at the moment.
I guess we screwed up.
We tried. That's not screwing up. Still at the scene?
Yeah, I've got like 20 million plastic cups to fingerprint and swab, and 4 used condoms.
Hey, no trace of the drug. That girl in hospital is going downhill.
No, not yet. Nichols found a bunch of photos from the party. Witnesses aren't talking.
Young lawyers taking drugs at a death scene. They're hardly going to incriminate themselves.
They think the seller was a young woman. Red dress. There's no clear photos of her yet. Hello. Your friend Detective McLeod is fun. How come you two didn't hit it off?
I guess she's just too easygoing for me.
Booties and gloves, detectives. Yeah, I just came to see how the printing was going.
Yeah, if I know Jill, she'll be all over this case in no time.
Is that Harrow? Dan.
Jill.
Nichols says your daughter Fern may have been at the party.
She says she wasn't.
I'd like to talk to her.
I don't have a number.
Then how did you speak to her?
She called me on the landline.
All right.
washing.
Is your daughter here?
Hey, look, I'm gonna have to call you back, okay?
Okay.
Bob, where are you?
Stay there.
You're bleeding.
It's not mine. Stop, okay?
Why here?
No cameras.
Are you wearing a red dress? Baby, they're looking for you.
Just save that girl.
Hi, you've called Stephanie Tolson. Please leave a message and I'll call you back.
Hey, it's me. If the cops call asking for Fern's number, don't give it to them.
I'll get these to the lab. I don't want to know.
Bet they do. Anonymous. It was left out the back of Turver Street.
Why the morgue?
Well, I guess the person heard a girl fell from a building. Dead people go to the morgue. Seems smart to me.
Fingerprints on the bag.
Shit, sorry.
Have you spoken to your daughter?
Like I said, I don't have Fern's number.
Your ex-wife doesn't have her number either. It's inconvenient.
Jill, Harrow's daughter's a bit of a wild card.
A wild card who's been admitted for a drug overdose, who sleeps rough, and whose father's car, it seems, was parked outside the party. Is this your daughter, Dan?
Doesn't seem like the Fern that I know.
Have you got a recent photo of her?
Fern hasn't been much for photos recently.
All right. Let's go see him.
See who?
Billy Radbourne, one prior for possession.
Same symptoms.
Same drug. Was he at the party?
Oh, he hasn't appeared on any of the social uploads. The Ambos brought him from his house. They got his phone.
Okay, great. When it's cracked, I want to see recent calls.
Who phoned the Ambos?
Anonymous 000. Young woman, no ID.
Baby Dad's calling again. Come on, Fish. You didn't know what was in those pills.
What the hell is going on? Why do the police want Fern?
Well, she took my car without asking. I reported it stolen.
So, why was the cop that called me from the drug squad? I don't care if you lie to me, just not about Fern.
Did you hear about the girl that fell from a building last night? Bad trip from a party drug. The cops think that the seller was a young woman. It wasn't Fern's kind of scene. It was full of rich young lawyers in D&G and Paul Smith.
Yeah, that's where she should be.
It's a misunderstanding. I'm just trying to keep her out of trouble.
What do we do?
She won't answer calls. I don't know. If you talk to her, just tell her to lay low until all this blows over.
If she's got your car, how did you get here?
Borrowed Felly's.
Lyle lent you his car.
Deep down, he's a really nice guy.
Whoever stole it, I want them strung up by their thumbs and beaten like a piñata. Thank you, Constable. Breathe. Jessica, tell me when my taxi arrives, will you? Soroya. Hi.
Hi.
Who's that?
The young girl that fell from the balcony and her parents.
Ah, yes, the one Harrow cut open on the street. Well, no wonder they're upset.
What would you have done?
Waited for the coroner. I mean, look who's unhappy. Everyone. We have a process. It is meticulous. It's a bit slow, but it works. You know, Harrow and I went to the same school for a while. Straight A's, both of us, until he dropped out.
Why did he drop out?
Family stuff. Harrow is a fabulous pathologist, but he's like a painter, like a Greco or a Abutern or Van Gogh, just all wild stabs in bright colours, no meticulous staying in the lines for him.
All those painters killed themselves.
I don't think he'll do that. I wouldn't want to be around him when he self-destructs, though.
You warning me off him?
I'm just warning. Cheerio.
Bye.
Hey, Peter. Hi, Dan. Sorry. Mad day. Listen, thank you. You were right about Hannah's rapid heartbeats. It was long QT syndrome.
What about the pills? How did your lab go?
They're some kind of mashup. Mostly a substituted phenethylamine hallucinogen.
Like N-bomb?
Yeah, but these have traces of fentanyl.
Fentanyl and N-bomb. That's like petrol and matches.
Mm-hmm. And in Hannah's case, it triggered a severe drop in her potassium, which caused her heart to beat erratically.
So what did the cardiologist do? IV magnesium?
We tried magnesium, but no response, so we had to go with overdrive pacing, and she's responding well. Looks like she's out of the woods. Anyway, thank you.
Okay.
The person you have called is not available. Please leave.
Are you worried about her? The girl in the hospital. I heard she was going to be okay.
Yeah. I was just on with Peter Sharma. Come in. I was just making some dinner. Would you like some?
Have you got enough?
Well, I've got enough spaghetti.
Great. A lot can be said about a man by the size of his boat.
It's not just the size.
Is this your daughter?
Fern, yeah.
Is she like you?
Oh, she's like no one. Strong, willful, straight A's in school.
But dropped out?
Yeah.
So she's like you.
You've been talking to Fairly. I want to know about you. School captain, cello, the debating team.
Head prefect, flute, and the science club. Making me the go-to girl for fake IDs and cigarettes and boys.
Rule breaker. So, why the scenes of crime? What brought you up here?
Why'd you drop out of school?
My father died. He was a doctor, a real doctor.
So that's what you wanted to do, save lives.
We do what we're good at.
You did good today. You saved that girl.
Whoever brought in those pills did that.
Do you mind?
No, please.
Fairly thinks you're trouble.
Fairly's a smart man. Cigarettes, fake IDs, and boys.
I'm trouble too.
I like trouble.
Jill, Billy Radbourne's phone.
Hmm?
He calls this number a lot.
Well, if he's using that's his dealer. Call it.
The person you have called is unavailable.
No. Who's it registered to? Ivanka Trump.
A burner. Okay, so this one's his mother's phone. Local Thai takeaway.
So who's this? Okay, who is Callan Proud? Can we track his number?
You left your phone, Callan.
I'm looking for Callan.
Fern. Fern Harrow.
We've been looking for you.
Oh my God, you missed him too.
What?
George Michael.
No. It's a long story. What's up?
Did Babbage tell you? She's authorized to have the river bones cremated.
Damn it. Are they going now?
Yeah. Yeah, it feels weird.
How do you mean?
I mean, we still don't know who he is. This is the first time I think we've ever...
You know, failed. I guess there's a first time for everything. I'll be in soon.
Yeah, we need to talk about George Michael.
We really don't.
Hey.
Hi.
I had a good time last night.
Me too.
Heard about the river bones?
Yeah. Savage said that you fought to keep them. But that's not why I'm calling. Dan, Jill McLeod has detained your daughter.
What the hell is going on, Brian?
The girl in the hospital with the heart condition. She just ID'd Fern as the person who sold the pills.
Oh, from what? From that blurred photo of the back of someone's head? That could be Angela Merkel.
Harrow, I saw your car outside. You miraculously turned up with some of those pills. Your daughter fits the description. I know you love her, mate. But don't play me for a fool.
I want to talk to her.
I'm going to get you a lawyer, and you don't have to talk to the police until your lawyer arrives, okay? So what happened?
They say they found Callan's number on some drug user's phone. And that I was selling drugs at some party 2 nights ago.
Did you tell them where you were that night?
Callan already told them that I was with him. I saw on the news that there was some girl in hospital.
Yes. She had a heart problem, but she's okay now.
In fact, she's the one that's saying that you were selling pills. I mean, how would you even get hold of drugs?
Exactly. I don't know. You'd have to ask some drug user. Is there anyone else sick in hospital?
He wasn't at the party. So, I don't know how that's going to help you.
I don't know.
get you out of here, okay?
Don't tell Mum.
Boss?
I'm not here.
I can hear you, though.
Not if you go away, you can't.
I heard. They haven't charged her, though, have they?
Well, what are you going to do?
I don't know. If I knew, I'd do anything for her.
Oh, that's for me. Sorry, I've been using your computer while you've been... Yep. Analytics on Xaniacutus, Fairley's choking victim from the pond.
Was that the soil analysis from the throat?
Yeah. It's even messier than the pond water.
Go back. Stop. Methoxybenzyl.
So?
Demethylated metabolites are excreted by a body that's taken a synthesis of methoxybenzaldehyde. That's the drug that Grace Mulgrew, the girl who fell from the balcony, took, and also the drug the girl with a heart condition took. So why was there traces of it in Xanthia's throat? Was there any in her other toxins?
No, only the soil.
Let me see that soil analysis again. Sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium.
Salts. Salts found in human sweat.
And what can synthesized hallucinogens make you do?
Sweat. A lot.
Fairley thinks she died around the same time the party was going on.
But nowhere near the party.
And what was that you said you found on her hands?
Naphtha, propane, and silicon.
Like silicon aerosol spray?
Yeah, maybe.
She was dressed to go out. Why on earth would she have industrial lubricant on perfectly manicured hands? Care to go for a drive?
I'll be back. I just want to double check the exits.
This is it.
And the soil from here?
She lived right there. That's where the police think she was coming from anyway.
Did they find any silicon spray at her apartment?
Nope.
What if she was headed towards her apartment? Say from there.
Silicon.
Hi.
Hi. I just found an interesting fingerprint here at the party building.
Interesting how?
Interesting because she's in your morgue.
lubricate the hinges and locks every month. No one's ever complained.
Well, there you go.
Looks like a pharmacy. Powders.
Smart. Don't keep incriminating evidence at home.
The red rabbits. Here.
That could be our mystery number. What was the number on Billy Redburn's phone?
Hey, have you heard from her?
No, but I think she'll be okay.
And that drug business?
Well, like I said, just a big misunderstanding.
Speaking of Fern, do you know where her old sleeping bag is?
No. Why?
I was just thinking about going on a camping trip.
Your teacher friend.
Maybe.
Why don't you check in the junk box in the shed?
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Night.
Well, I guess I better go.
You never answered my question about why you came up here.
Another time. What's that?
Another time.
Car. Whoa, stop. Excuse me, friend.
It's a no standing zone, friend.
Yes, but I didn't park it here.
Is this your vehicle?
Yes, but it's been stolen. There's been a mistake.
Yep, $350 mistake.
What?
You look nice.
The deputy coroner rang. The parents of the girl who fell from the building have agreed to a post-mortem, but Mbenefo has expressly suggested that you not be the one to perform it. But I know that you like to finish what you start, so scoot. Do you know why they didn't want it done?
They weren't ready to accept they'd lost her. Because when we start, makes it real somehow.
Go look after him.
Don't you ever do that again.
I'll fill her up next time.
The girl from the pond? My autopsy. My autopsy.
She just thought she was going to have a fun night.
Until someone sold her a pill. I saw Fern the other day. Up the back. Was she at that party? Harrow?
No.
Soraya Das.
It's Lyle. Fairley, from Turbot Street.
Hi, Lyle.
Now, this is a bit unusual, but remember how Harrow had a view as to how long those bones had been in the river?
Worms, right?
Yes, it's just that... Well, I'm not reading the text the same way he did. You know, I'm not saying Harrow was wrong, but...
But?
I think that those bones might have been in the river for less than a year, 9 months.
They've gone to the crematorium, Lyle.
Oh, okay. Well, I just thought that you should know that Harrow is not perfect.
Okay. Thanks, Lyle.
Very good.
Hi, this is Sergeant Soraya Das. I want to see if I can postpone the cremation of some remains that were sent to you.
Well, I don't care what the Minister wants. I am not clearing this line until Sergeant Das okays it. I don't care.
Hi. You okay?
It's not pleasant.
Oh, hell.
Lottie Benson, 22-year-old Danish media student. She's on a working holiday. Coal train came through here at about 3 a.m.
Didn't stop?
Nichols said the driver didn't see her.
She lived near here?
No, in the city. Student accommodation.
Did she drive here?
It's no car. We're looking into taxis and rideshare. Can you take her temperature?
Yeah.
How much blood should there be?
What do you mean?
Hey! Hey! This is a crime scene.
I'm sorry, I'm Sue Latchford, Federal Department of Energy. There are 3 passenger trains backed up on this line and another 2 pending.
Yeah, well, I don't care who you are, lady. Get back into your car or I will place you under arrest.
Okay, but you be sure of yourself before you do.
Get the super on the phone.
Look, I've got a young woman over there that I'm not finished with.
And it's awful, but our department cannot afford bad press about rail delays today.
What are you talking about?
The Chinese mining deal.
There's a lot of international media in the city right now, and these delays make very bad press.
There's a dead girl lying over there.
I understand, but grinding the city to a standstill won't bring her back. Sue Latchford. It's your Deputy Commissioner.
Sergeant Das.
I understand. You've got 3 trains delayed already, 1,000 cranky commuters on each one, and another 3 trains likely to be delayed. So that's 6,000 pissed-off office workers texting and tweeting and Snapchatting about how the government sucks on the one day you really need the world to be hearing the opposite.
Exactly.
Of course, instead of wasting the cops' time, you could be telling those passengers that getting annoyed about a tiny delay is piss sweet when this young woman will never be late or early or tired or cranky or happy or sad or anything ever again.
So you're ordering me to shut it down now? Fine. Can I get a body bag over here, please?
It's my dad's number.
How does he have my number anyway?
He works with the cops. You have to ditch it. And we have to ditch this place.
Hey, Brian, why would a long-serving officer's DNA not be on the police database?
Anyone in particular?
Robert Quinn.
Yeah. That arsehole. Oh, a lot of the old-timers just plain refuse to give up their DNA on principle. Why?
He's been missing 10 months.
You make that sound like a bad thing. Robert Quinn was a decent copper. But even before he retired, he was burning bridges like it was going out of style. He's a gambler. Borrowing money from mates, not paying it back, so he ran out of money and mates. So, don't mention Quinn in front of Harrow. If anyone hates Quinn's guns, it's him.
This is really unfair. When?
Next week. I thought you deserved to hear it from me rather than an email.
Cutting to 2 days. I mean, how am I supposed to make my mortgage payments and eat on 2 days a week?
If the situation changes, a position opens, I will let you know.
Hi.
Hi. Why is Simon allowed to play with your records?
I'm on what Harrow calls my monthly.
Oh, God, that is offensive to everyone.
Once a month, I let him pick the songs for the day.
Oh, he doesn't let me. He lost a bet.
Technically, it was a draw.
Technically, when the new freezer was commissioned, Harrow bet he could stay in there longer than me. Naked.
Well, otherwise it wasn't standardized.
I know, it sounds gay, right?
And I would have won, too, except I had to take that phone call.
Is that what the kids call it these days? Are we ready?
That's a reasonably clean cut. Below C4?
C5 is crushed, C6 crushed, some damage, C7 where the wheel's flange would have run through. But look at the rest of her. Her rib cage, her spine, larger organs, her hip joints.
I'm not seeing anything.
Exactly. No broken ribs, no shattered hip, no dislocated spine.
She wasn't standing upright when the train hit her.
So she was just lying down on the tracks waiting for it to hit her?
It would have taken a lot of willpower to lie still while 20,000 tons of coal train bore down on you.
Maybe she was drunk or stoned.
We'll do a full tox. Have you looked into her mental health?
Her medical records are in Denmark, so it's going to take some time. I did speak to her parents, though. They said she was a happy girl, no history of depression. But you never know. Everyone has secrets.
Pass me the endocam.
What's that in her hair? Is that dust from the tracks?
I don't think so.
There's more in her sleeve, here. Hey.
What's a nightclub stamp?
And look here.
Hand cream? I didn't notice any in her purse. You test it, I'll do the same at Scientific.
These marks, the pattern is consistent on both knees. Was there anything like this at the scene?
Can you remove her underwear?
I'll get a swab.
Looks like she's had unprotected sex not long before she lay down on those train tracks. No obvious sign of trauma.
Likely consensual.
Hey, can I ask you something? You don't have to answer.
Yes, I saw him naked, and yes, it was cold, but I think it's a fairly normal size.
Harrow and Steph, who divorced who?
Well, I think that's a question for the boss to answer, don't you?
Yeah, it is, but he probably won't. Were you here when they got divorced?
No. No, but I was here when Steph got remarried, and if you think Harrow is a grumpy shit now, then... I should get back. What? I see someone changed the music.
I took a vote. No one objected. What do you notice here about her organs?
Well, they're very pale. I guess she lost a lot of blood at the train tracks.
Presumably. Sorry I mentioned blood at the scene, too.
What do the crime scene photos show?
Well, we were booted off the tracks before she was able to take any beneath the body.
What do we do now?
This feels really dangerous. Well, rail tracks are actually quite safe during a lightning storm. Yeah, I was actually more worried about the, you know, the trains.
Ah, yes, that.
Well, here we are. Where should we start?
Between the tracks.
Well, there's hardly any blood. You?
No.
I don't get it. And she lost a lot of blood, so where did she lose it?
I don't know. But it wasn't here.
Hi, Steph. Hi. Sorry to drop in unannounced. Do you want to come in? Yeah, thanks.
What are you saying?
That Lottie Benson bled out, but she didn't bleed out on the tracks.
Well, we can't prove that now, can we? What do you think?
You've got the victim's phone, the nightclub stamp, and we know she had sex with someone. See if you can find out which nightclub she visited and who she was with.
Hope you told Das about the blood.
I've tried. She's not answering her phone.
Hey, it's only me. It's only me. Look at this.
What is it?
Well, apparently, my step-uncle died. And, well, his place is empty.
Where is it?
Northern Rivers. About 3 hours. It's small. No running water. It's got a tank, wood stove. I don't think the reception's too good. I'm not trying to push it, but we're still nowhere near saving enough for a bond. And I know you want a place of our own. My stepmom said it's ours if we want it. Rent-free, we just have to keep the place tidy. That'd be the only toilet you'd have to clean. I mean, I'd clean too, but I thought it might be what you want. Get away from whatever makes you jump like that.
I thought I sent these river bones to the crematorium. Tell me, was it you who went behind my back or your friend, Sergeant Das?
I think you should blame me.
Don't piss off people in your corner, Daniel.
I knew you couldn't leave a good case unsolved.
Hi.
Do you have Robert Quinn's body in your morgue?
Beg your pardon?
I just got a visit from your friend, Soraya Das. It was a notepad visit. I was married to you long enough to know that when a scenes of crime officer asks about someone, that someone is usually dead. So, is Robert dead?
We have the skeletal remains of an adult male, but so far...
Dental records.
There's no skull.
DNA.
The DNA from this body didn't get a match on the database.
Yeah, right. Rob refused to give a sample.
Why?
He thought asking cops for their DNA was an insult. Soraya asked about, if Rob had ever broken his wrist. I told her that he had a plate in one arm that used to set off some airport metal detectors. I think he broke it at the academy.
We'll look into that.
Dan, if you have him, I need to get a death certificate so that I can get his life insurance and get my house back.
Don't get your hopes up.
I love storms.
Sailors, not so much.
I think you like chaos.
Only when I find the order in it.
Kyriakos and Pavic think it was you that ordered the riverbones back from the crematorium. You took the blame.
I was trying to help. It was a good call. You went to see Steph about Robert Quinn.
Who's been missing for 10 months?
Yeah.
Which is how long Fairley thinks the bones have been in the river.
He does.
Who had a broken arm.
Apparently.
Whose DNA is not on the register.
Apparently not.
How much did you dislike Robert Quinn?
I didn't dislike him. I hated him.
Because he ripped off your ex-wife.
Everyone liked Quinn. Cops liked him. Even I tried to. He was charming and handsome. And when he offered to retire so Steph could go back to teaching full-time, he'd think he'd driven the merchants from the temple. Then he started showing his true colours. Quinn was in pretty deep with the money changers, bookies, and the cards.
Yeah, Steph told me he took a second mortgage out on her house and lost the lot.
So she finally kicked him out. But the damage was done.
Did you kill him?
If I did, do you think anyone would ever know?
No. I'm not going to apologize.
But I want you to.
I don't know if it's Quinn. I think it is. I can feel it.
Copper's hunch.
You think I'm crazy?
I think you're quite amazing.
Hello? So you found the nightclub she visited?
Yep. About as helpful as a cat at a dog show. High-end club. $30 a drink. It's all about, you know, privacy for the clientele. There's no security cameras. There's 20 staff, and not one of them recognised Lottie Benson.
Why do you look so happy?
We got access to her social media accounts.
Who's the guy?
Yannick Hartman, 23, graphic design student from Dresden. And like Miss Benson, only been in the country for a couple of months.
Boyfriend?
Well, friends for sure. I mean, they seem close. There's lots of text messages, there's clips. And the last 3 phone calls were from him. Now, currently, Herr Hartman's not answering, so we're trying to get a warrant on his mobile.
But you have tracked her phone.
Yeah. Okay, here's her last 12 hours. Her student apartment, then down to the nightclub area. She spends 2 hours down there, then spends another 2 hours down here, which is another bunch of clubs that we're door knocking at the moment, then out to the railway line.
What are you doing?
Hey. I didn't expect to see you. It's good. Are you hungry?
No.
Come inside. What is it? What have you been doing?
Mum, something's come up. Kellen and I...
You can tell me anything, Bob.
Kellen and I got...
Oh, that's just a friend from school.
Yeah. I'll give you a call.
You don't have to go. Fern.
After years of coral bleaching linked to severe El Nino events, marine biologists are bracing for even more bad news, with the mercury set to soar this summer. As rising temperatures damage hopes of coral recovery, some fear that the reef may be lost forever. Mining giant Zia Green has received the green light.
It's Anise Myrtle.
What? Hang on. Morning. Oh, Jesus. Shh. Sorry, what was that again? Anise what?
Anise Myrtle, also known as ringwood, syzygium anisatum, or Anatola anisatum. The Anatols, they're the giveaway, they're very soothing. Morning, my angel.
So they are used in moisturizers?
Yes. However, I'm only aware of one company that extracts Anise Myrtle oil. So I'd start with them.
You know what I don't get?
Social cues to leave.
It's how come Yellowly lives in a nice house, happily married to a hot wife, while you
contemplate poison.
Sleep alone in a floating testament to compulsive hoarding disorder.
I didn't sleep on my boat. I slept here on my lounge. Why are you being so weird anyway?
Fairly's away, so I'm taking his roster, aren't I?
Where is he?
Chedo competition. It's a Japanese tea-making ceremony. He's in the finals.
What?
Hey, what is this anyway?
The moisturizer that we found under Lottie Benson's fingernails is made by one company, and it is supplied exclusively to...
Hand cream.
Open Lottie Benson's phone journey.
Well, she spent 2 hours somewhere in this block before she went to the rail line. Why not here?
It's a pretty fancy joint for a travelling student. All right, let's see.
Did you get Lottie's tox report?
Yeah, alcohol and cocaine. Big night. Unfortunately, there was no match on the database for that sperm.
What about the powder on her hair or on the clothes?
Chalk. Not from the rail line.
What'd you get up to last night?
Pretty unsubtle question, Doctor. Ask me a better one. Maybe I'll answer you.
Good morning, officers.
Detective Senior Sergeant Brian Nichols. You look like you're expecting us. These, suits, they're not with the hotel staff, are they?
They are legal advisors engaged by the hotel.
The hotel's in-house lawyers.
Well done, Harrow. You've found a place with something to hide. May we see your hotel guest register for the night before last, please?
The hotel wants to assist with whatever your inquiry concerns, but our guest register is commercial in confidence. We take our customers' privacy very seriously. So we can't release any information without a warrant.
What about your security camera footage?
Likewise, I'm afraid.
Well, I guess we'll have to drum up that warrant then. Sergeant Dash, you start rustling up all the people you need.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing out here? Come in, say hi to everyone.
Not today. Maybe here.
What's this?
It's Robert's old toothbrush.
Why?
I need you to check it for DNA.
Can you run this?
Absolutely. Hey, Axis Sally.
Sue,
What do you want?
we want to help.
Oh, well, you could help by leaving.
The Minister has become aware of this investigation and wants to ensure the police has all the resources it needs to conduct a thorough investigation. Only... It has to be thorough. Take your time. Put your needs in writing, everything you need, and proceed through the proper channels.
These are the proper channels.
We want you to take your time.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I get how this works. Look, If we write down a message, can you take it to your minister?
Of course.
I think I see why Maxine likes you.
You want a duplicate, Harrow?
Sergeant.
What?
There. Is that your guy?
Yannick Hartman.
Still haven't found him. Neither of them are sure where they're going. It's their first visit. But she has a key.
Where's that go?
Goes to the penthouse.
I don't think a 23-year-old graphics student rented this place.
I don't think I've ever been anywhere this clean, and I spent 12 months in a sterilization lab. They've cleaned this place top to bottom.
So you think Lottie Benson died here?
Somewhere near here.
Either the hotel cleaners are super good or...
Lottie wasn't killed up here.
This doesn't match the pattern on her knees.
Sarge.
What is it?
It's pretty damp. It looks like it's been cleaned thoroughly.
Blood?
Or semen. We'll try and get a sample. Just cut out the carpet if you have to.
Dash, you there?
Hey, did you find out who rented the penthouse?
Oh, yeah, looks like some shell company registered in Luxembourg. We'll keep digging. But listen, we've reviewed the security footage. Benson and Hartman arrived about 11:15. They got into that lift, and we do not see them again.
What, so we don't see them leave?
Huh?
We need to ask them where else the lift goes.
There are no security cameras down here.
Some of our clientele prefer to come and go in private.
Where would you park if you're in the penthouse?
Wherever I wanted. So, they pull up here, but...
But there was no blood in the elevator.
And there's no blood in the penthouse either, so...
So, maybe she was let out alive.
Yes. They brought her here to kill her. Over this grate.
Some kind of powder on this fire hose.
Gloves. Chalk from latex gloves. And then they drove out.
Check council, check shops, check anywhere left or right of this hotel for any security cameras that might have been on from 1 a.m. the night before last. Go. Nichols. Okay, send it through. Well, we found Yannick Hartman.
It's cold. Rigor mortis has come and gone at least 24 hours.
This is a well-known gay cruising spot.
So from the best hotel and club in the city to here.
Look at this.
Asphyxiated, but no sign of strangulation.
More powder here. Someone wearing gloves dressed in. Can you tilt his head back for me?
Here. Cling wrap.
Take it through.
First up, we need to check the semen sample found in Lottie Benson against this guy.
I'll get Macaulay to open up the lab.
Stop.
It is rank bullshit. Where the hell is this coming from?
The German embassy,
oh, for Christ's sake,
has requested that the coroner not authorise an autopsy on Hartman until...
This is insane.
Until they receive a full preliminary police report.
Well, ignore them.
Who's leaning on the Germans?
Shut the door. If either of you mention anything about what I'm going to show you, your lives won't be worth living.
Why?
A friend just sent this to me in confidence. It could cost him his job and me mine. Street camera footage near the back of the Noctua Hotel. And there.
I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
It's a rental. Who rented it?
A Red Rise Investments from Mali. But the forensic accountants have just discovered it's owned by another company, a ZDP Industries from Luxembourg.
Who rented the penthouse?
And we're still working on who owns that.
Do we know where the company's based out of?
China.
Australia's latest mining boom is just around the corner, according to industry analysts who were treated today to a rare audience with the man behind the creation of the $16 billion
Now that's a man who could afford the penthouse suite at the Noctua Hotel.
Harry Way are expected to formally announce the deal at a state function to be held.
So Harry Way rented the penthouse.
Probably through the same daisy chain of companies, yeah. So, he's at the club. He meets Lottie and Yannick.
They drink, they flirt.
He flashes his cash.
He suggests taking the party back to his penthouse.
Young travellers, super rich, handsome man, free drugs, no strings, why not?
But Way is discreet, so he doesn't travel with them, but he tells them where he's staying.
And he gives them the key card.
More fun in the penthouse. But Hartman's sexual tastes are a little edgier than Lottie's.
And then things went bad. Way is so busy on Hartman, he doesn't realize.
Until it's too late, he's dead. And Way can't afford that kind of a problem, and Lottie's a witness.
Maybe they tell her everything is okay. They'll drive her home. Then they'll call the cops.
She doesn't realize until it's too late.
And then she's a suicide?
And he's the victim of erotic asphyxiation at a well-known gay cruise spot. It's all conjecture.
But it's right.
But we don't have anything. I mean, even if we can get past the hotel lawyers and prove that Harry Way rented the penthouse, we can't prove what happened there. We can't prove he was involved in her murder in the car park.
In that rental car?
Nichols is working on a warrant. Told Nichols I'd go and talk to Hartman's family. You want a lift?
Oh.
Okay.
I don't need my eyes. I've got pretty legendary senses of hearing and smell, and yep, that's what I thought. The unmistakable smell of Nwafu. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Nwafu? Cowards, weasels, poltroons, you gutless, bully-murdering assholes! I'm not gonna jump. You're gonna have to kill me.
We don't want to kill you, Dr. Harrow. We don't want you to jump. We want you to simply
Stop. Do what your superiors have told you. Stop your investigation. That's all.
It's taken me quite a bit of therapy to acknowledge that I'm just not that good at stopping.
112 Morton Street, Norman Park. That's Stephanie Tolson's address, isn't it? Your ex-wife, mother of your daughter. A woman who lives alone.
You keep Steph out of this.
That's up to you.
We can't just up and go.
Of course we can. It's just for the weekend. Okay, you need to get away.
Jesse. I can't afford it.
I'm taking you. Is the stove off?
Miss Tolson? Yeah, we've had a call from Dr. Harrow.
I'm sorry.
Then tell me what it's about.
It's a long story.
Meddling. Muddling. You can't just do your job, can you?
Listen, I hope it's not too strong.
Have you got the car?
We can't find it. We're trying to find the person who rented it, but our phone calls are being literally diverted through Timbuktu.
It was Harry Way. We have bodily fluids in the victim, which I swear will be his.
Okay, well, how are we going to get a sample from him, Harrow? It's a bureaucratic stalemate. We've been wide-handed, mate, which is just what those pricks wanted. The deal's signed. They'll be tipping their glasses to it tonight and they'll be going home tomorrow. You know, they won.
Where are they tipping their glasses?
Hi, how you going? Could you tell her I've got it?
I beg your pardon, sir?
Sue, could you tell her I've got it?
I'm sorry, sir. This is a closed function, so unless your name appears somewhere...
Yeah, no,
on
it's for Harry Way and Zia Green and the Energy Minister. Yes, I know, that's why I'm here. Sue can't leave because she's introducing the Minister, but she can't stay unless she deals with the, Sue. Latchford. Oh, look, there she is inside now. Oh, come on, the poor woman's going nuts. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, here. So that's the source of the problem right there.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, if only you'd used those words, you bastard. That's all you needed to say when that boy Hartman died in your penthouse. All you needed to do was call the police and say, I'm sorry. It was an accident. He choked while we were screwing. You probably even wouldn't have been charged. But no. You didn't want a scandal. So you had Lottie Benson's throat cut just to save your dignity.
You know how many people my companies employ? Mr. Pathologist. Over 80,000. And they buy food, clothes, and cars, and keep hundreds of thousands of others working. If I was to face a scandal, my company's share prices would drop, and hundreds of thousands of people would go hungry. That's all more important than just one life.
You might have all the money in the world, but you don't have the right to decide.
Only I do.
Is that it?
You owe me.
So it's Harry Way's semen and Lottie Benson, and it's completely inadmissible.
But at least we know.
CIB has the car that moved the bodies.
Anonymously reported stolen. Bastards. We're not going to get any DNA out of that, are we?
And Harry Way?
Oh, and his entourage flew out of the country. That's probably them now.
Well, we don't have an extradition treaty with China.
We'll go through the channels, we'll see what we can do. Sometimes it just happens, Harrow. Sometimes a bloke gets away with murder.